jokes, Prince Midnight. You need to tell the story about your dog again because that was crazy. Your dog got eaten by an alligator. Tell it again.
Yeah, yeah. In Florida, we got alligators all over the place. So, word to the
You flew.
wise, word to the wise, don't throw a tennis ball in any body of water for your dog.
What? Yes, definitely don't do that, man. Okay. All right, hold on. Um,
Yeah, man. Do you want me to?
all right. When I die, speaking of skeleton guitars, Prince Midnight, when I die, I want to die like my grandfather who died
I will,
peacefully in his
Mr.
sleep.
Dennis Ball. I will throw you because you're a tennis ball into the creek, but the alligators can eat the dog, not you. So you'll live to tell the tale, but the dog,
Oh, that's true. I'll actually survive it.
you will survive.
They don't. They'll spit it out. They'll spit me out. Really, they don't like tennis
They'll
balls.
spit you right out and eat the dog. So you're good. You could
Yeah,
actually, you're probably the best suited to report on that
that's
subject.
true. I
There's
can
a lot
go
of
in there,
places
but
a tennis ball can get that a human
right
or animal can't
can't
get.
go. But somehow I don't want to do that. First midnight. Oh, Mark Rojas has a joke for us, Mark.
Tom can hear
Who
you
lives in the?
now. Tom
Okay,
Stevens can hear you now, just so you know.
Tom Stevens. Listen to Mark Rojas
Tom
joke. Mark.
Stevens saw the original Black Flag with Henry Rollins in like 1984. So he is in my opinion, he's still in the scene and still playing punk rock and
Peaceful.
putting on shows since 1984. So I mean, if anyone here is a fan of underground music, this dude is still in it. So much love to
Right
Tom
on,
Stevens.
Tom, man. Right on. All right, cool. So back to my joke. You know, when I wait a minute, Mark Rojas, who lives in the cake under the sea? Who lives in a cake under the sea, Remark? You have to put the punchline in right when you tell it because there's such a delay. So if you put a joke in, put the whole thing. I'm going to wait for you to do it. When I die, speaking of skeleton guitars, Prince Midnight, when I die, I want to die like my grandfather who died peacefully in his sleep. Not like all the people on the bus he was driving who died screaming, "Wake up! Wake up!"
I hated seeing my grandpa die. I had to see my grandpa die. It was horrible. I didn't want to
Oh
see it.
my gosh. You're an intense guest, Prince Midnight. I love
No,
it.
my mom was like, "Come say goodbye to your grandpa while he's dying." I'm like, "This is like bizarre." I don't know. He was all
It is weird.
he was all gray and gasping for air, and then he just died. And I'm like, "Yo, this is a weird last memory of my grandpa." That's probably the last memory
Oh
I'll see
man,
of
I'm sorry.
Tom Stevens. I think I'm gonna go see Murphy's Law with him next Thursday. I'll probably see him.
Oh, cool.
Do you listen to hardcore music?
Oh yeah, Matt. Well, you know, I'm into punk rock, but I'm more like I like the Dead Milkman a lot. Did you see Joe Jack
I
was on the
like Dead
show?
Milk. I like Punk Rock Girl. That's a good jam.
Yes,
I
Joe
like
Jack
Big
has been on our
Dinosaur
show a
in My
couple times.
Backyard. Yeah, I've been through some Dead Milkman in my day.
Yeah, Big Lizard. Yeah, man, I like all kinds of
Or
music.
what
I
is
like
it? Big
punk
Lizard in
rock.
My Backyard, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, I
whatever.
can't afford to feed him anymore. Big Lizard in my
Yeah, man,
backyard.
I've been doing it. I like it.
Knocking down my neighbor's door. I know all the lyrics, but I'll stop now because it's annoying when
It's
people
not
do that.
annoying. That's why you got me on. You don't got me on because I listen to Britney Spears.
Well, you know, she's okay. Toxic. Did you ever hear? I highly recommended. Check out the Suffragettes singing
I know the
Toxic.
Suffragettes. I listen.
Yeah, that's a good cover.
Yeah, yeah. I
All right.
like the Suffragettes. They're great.
Yeah, they are. Okay, hold on a second. You know, my friend got me a mind controlled abacus for my birthday, Prince Midnight.
I like it.
It's the thought that counts.
You rascal.
All right, let's get back into. You know, I bought a radio with a broken volume knob, Prince Midnight.
Yeah.
Hold on, what the heck? Yeah, I couldn't turn it down, and it was a
Uh,
broken a broken
that's kind of
volume
an
knob.
obvious joke, but I like it anyway.
Cake Bob Cup Pants. Cake Bob is he lives in a cake under the sea. Mark, I there's something I'm not quite getting that for some reason. Cake Bob
You're talking to
Cuppins.
these other knuckleheads, but we can't see them. What's up with that?
I know. I can. I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be. I tried to put the chat on the screen,
You
but
should talk to
there's really a
Tom.
lot of moving
Just talk
pieces
to
here.
Tom Stevens because it's already been established that he's
That he's the
listening because he's
he's
texting
enlisting.
me.
Yeah, he is. He is. Tom Stevens. I have a joke for you, man. I was at U-Haul renting a truck, Tom Stevens, and an armed man ran in, and he said, "Nobody move." He said, "Nobody move." All right, hold on a second. All right, so hold on. I have more here. Captain Love Handles. I made some fish tacos yesterday, but they weren't even interested, man. They just ran away. I guess fish don't like tacos. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I need to recalibrate, guys. One
I don't
second
know. That
here.
was that a joke? I don't even know that.
It was. I
I'm
know. It's
actually
so bad, man.
capable of understanding very nuanced, complex jokes, and that doesn't even enter the realm of joke.
Yeah, it. I made tacos. I made fish tacos,
Like I
and
said
it's
hi to
the
some
joke
guy.
is
I said
the
hi to
joke
some guy I
is
didn't even know today, and that was more of a joke than that. That was
no. Listen,
Mr.
listen. Let me
Ball. I
explain it to you,
expect
Prince
more
Midnight.
from you. I expect
Let
more
me
from you.
explain, Prince Midnight. Let me explain it to you, man. I made fish tacos means I made tacos for fish, and they didn't like them. Is the joke? You see,
That
it's a
is the
dual meaning.
worst joke of the night.
It's a dual meaning. All
Blow
right,
that
I'll put that
goddamn
down.
joke out, Mr. Ball.
I'll put that down. No,
Blow it out.
all right.
Take it
All
on.
right, I'll throw it out. It's out. It's out,
Why
man.
don't you take that on the road right now, out of town?
Oh, all right. I will, man. All right, hold on. I have one more joke, and then we're gonna get into the interview. I don't
This
like to
better be
break.
good. You better warm
Yeah,
this
well,
up.
it's not. It's
Do it.
not.
So before Arnold Schwarzenegger shot his scenes in Conan, he did some
Yeah.
push-ups. He got pumped up, got his veins pumping. So you need to. If this is your last joke, Dennis Ball, maybe you need to take a
Okay,
couple
man.
bounces back and forth off the wall. Here, let me get boom, bounce you off the wall once or twice, get you nice heated up. All right, here we go.
All right.
Hold
Whew. All right.
on,
Paper
hold
bag
on.
man. This is for you. Paper bag man. I don't fart in public, man. I'm a private tutor.
Ah, I like it. I
I'm
like
a
it. I
private
like it.
tutor. I'm a private tutor. Yeah.
Oh.
Woo. All right. Let's head back
All right,
to Ball Towers.
you can always
What?
close it with a fart joke. I always like a fart joke.
Exactly. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Let's head back to have the interview portion, guys. Ballers, I apologize for not talking to you as much as I normally do and as much as I like to, because I generally can talk to them, but I can't see the chat, so it's hurting me. It's hurting me that I can't. So hold on. I can see it. It's just not on screen. Hey Sasha, what's up? Mark, anybody have questions for Prince Midnight? Put them in the chat. I have some for you, Prince Midnight. So the Lars Ulrich toilet,
Yeah,
which is an amazing piece of work. I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now.
yeah, man.
Hold on. Yes, there it is. There it is. So I'm gonna move you over. I'm gonna move me over. I'm gonna move you over. I'm gonna move this over. There. So now, this guy, I gotta ask you, is this hooked up to plumbing in this picture?
Yeah, it's fully functional there. Yeah, it's hooked up to full plumbing.
So you've peed in it?
Yeah, I peed in it. I crapped in it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And there's no seat on it.
There's not like, why do you like, when I was building this, I'm like, why do you need a seat that goes up and down? Like, just sit on the thing or don't,
Right.
right? So I
Right.
didn't put
Right.
like a removable, I didn't put a seat that you could lift up and down because everyone's like, oh, lift up the seat while you go. And I'm like, what if there's just no seat? Who cares? So there's no seat on this.
Right. But you have to sort of you have to sit right on the edge there while you
I
poop.
mean, it's
Like you
comfortable. It's not like a
it is?
yeah. It's not like weird. It's not like if you sat down,
It's
like
not weird.
if you
I mean, you might be going too far there.
if you sit on a toilet with the seat up, it feels like you're on the edge of the universe, about to fall off into,
I bet.
but this is not
Mark,
like that. This is very comfortable. You can kind of nestle up against Lars' thighs and
yeah.
get really comfortable in there. And really, I think, going to the bathroom between Lars' thighs is actually um, pretty comforting, more so than just kind
Wow.
of a traditional bowl is porcelain and it's
Yeah.
cold and it's heartless. But you can look at Lars and see that he's there to guide you along your journey. So
His
that's
eye, he really makes eye contact with you, and he looks kind of like loving when you know.
yeah. I took a pic. I had old pictures of Lars from the '80s, and
Yeah.
I really spent, what really put a joy in my heart is because I spent a really long time sculpting the face, looking at Lars from the '80s, and I briefly worked at Madame Tussauds in London, and when I worked
Right.
at Madame Tussauds, they showed you that they actually, it seems like a joke, but they take very fine tuned measurements, so
Right.
it's pretty intense. Like, how far from the bridge of the nose is the end of the eye? How
Yep.
far is each nostril? So if it comes down to it, really, there's not that many measurements, and you can really get a very accurate face. So I tried to take what I learned from Madame Tussauds in London and apply it
Wow,
to
that's
this.
cool.
Yeah, I tried to apply to this, and I was really pleased with it. And I thought maybe some people would give me some crap about, oh, it doesn't look like him, but not
It
as
does look like him.
yeah, not a lot of people gave me crap because I really invested a lot of time. So
What?
yeah,
So about Madame Tussauds, real quick. Like, are there any sculptures there that you worked on? First, I'm gonna say hi, Mr. Michael Andrews. Hello, and I'm gonna say Georgia Constitution Media wants to know if you would ever sell laws.
Lars has actually been purchased. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoa,
I
really?
did work at Madame Tussauds, and I did work on some sculptures, but I don't want to date myself. But I worked on an MC Hammer sculpture for Madame Tussauds.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't. They wouldn't let me do the face, so they go through a training process. They show you how to do the face.
Right, right.
And I mean, Dennis, you could probably get a job at Madame Tussauds. They're not hiring people out of like, uh, the finest art schools in the world. You want to work there, you probably can get a job. So they had me
Right.
do the pants, and you'd think like, oh, they just throw some pants on MC Hammer. No, 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 no. They take a series of photos of MC Hammer's pants and do very detailed measurements of the width of the pants, where the knee is, where the pleats are, and Madame Tussauds really has an attention.
Where you can't touch this and where you can touch this.
You son of a gun. Uh,
Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure. I
no,
mean,
no, they
and
like
is
you.
it still there? Is that sculpture still there, or
I
did
don't
they
know. I
cycle it
don't
out?
know. I don't know. I don't have.
They probably have Billie Eilish there in that
They
spot now.
probably do. Things come and go, and
Yep, yep.
I just want to be clear that they give an attention to detail that most people probably don't recognize. But things like
Yeah.
how many pleats are in MC Hammer's pants, and how far the fold of the pants from the knee, things like that are all very meticulously measured. And
Wow.
I thanks Jacques for showing me the way at Madame Tussauds London, and yeah, and I appreciate my time there, and best of luck to you, Jacques, and all your other proteges that have come out of there.
Wow, that's really cool, man. So that's amazing. So hold on a second. So it got did can you tell me who purchased the Lars Ulrich toilet, or is it confidential? Is it a museum or an
It's not
institution, or
confidential, but it's convoluted. So when I got a lot of offers for the Lars toilet, and then immediately I'm
right?
like, I typically keep everything I create. So
Right.
I turned down some offers. Some guy, I don't even know who these people are really, but someone who was like a famous Twitch streamer
Yeah.
offered me an Ethereum, and I didn't even know what that was. And someone's like, it's kind of like a Bitcoin. And I'm like, well,
Right. Right.
Bitcoin's worth like $1 million. So that seems like a lot. And then they're like, no, an Ethereum's worth like X amount. And I'm like, well,
Well, you got to sell it. If it's only worth that much if you can sell it.
I didn't even want to
Yeah.
sell it. So it's
Right.
only
Yeah.
worth
It's a
that
whole
much.
thing.
So there's some people who say it's only worth that much if you sell it. I say it's only worth that much if I'm willing to sell it. So right now, Dennis
Right.
Ball, if you said I'll give you $10,000 for the Lars toy, what do you think I'd say?
No. Probably no.
No, because I just don't care about that. What's important to me is I don't care. Like that would bring joy to me personally, but I
Right.
prefer it to bring joy to millions of people. So
Right. You want to get it to like it's a place where people can see it and
yeah,
experience
that's
it.
more valuable to me than me. What am I going to do with that? Buy a million rolls of toilet paper and hoard them in case there's another country
Yeah. I
outbreak?
know.
Yeah,
No.
no, I'm fine. So I got an offer from the internet. This is not a joke because some people are like, oh, Prince Midnight, he's a goofball. No, no, no. I got an offer from the International Toilet Museum, which is in
Wow.
Delhi, India. And
Wow.
curator is a very kind guy. I respect what he's doing because there's been several toilet museums over the years that I've been a patron of, and they've all closed, which is unfortunate
Right.
because I don't think people appreciate how much we use the toilet and
Right.
really the level of reverence that we should give to the people who take an artistic touch to that.
Absolutely. And they actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably like they're connected with social causes around sanitation and stuff like that. Is that correct?
The International Toy Museum talks a lot about that. India is really famous because they had a lot of issues. They were the last um, vestige of the polio virus, and that was due to
Right.
a lack of sanitation. So that's probably why the sanitation museum is and the toilet museum is there. Is because that was a social services dilemma that they dealt with. They've come very far from that. So I'm grateful for the Delhi Toilet Museum. Their interest in the Lars toilet. Um, we spent a lot of time dealing with freight shipping.
Yeah. Is it there now? Is it? Did it go?
No.
Oh, okay.
So we were going back and forth. It had to go freight because it's very heavy and very large. And so we were
Right.
dealing with freight carriers. And I guess maybe I didn't push very hard because I don't really care if I sell it. So the communications kind of broke down. And then I got an email from the curator of Ripley's Believe It or Not museums.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
Laws looks a little flushed. Captain Love Handle says.
And I have not posted about this update. I'm a little hesitant to even talk
Wow.
about it now because it's still in my possession. But I got an email from the Ripley's curator who said that they very much would like the toilet. Um, they think it's miraculous that it is the first sculptural celebrity toilet. So, some people scoff like, "Oh, it's a Lars toilet," but it's more than that. It's the first toilet ever created in the image of a celebrity, of a person. So, um,
That's a big deal,
yeah,
right?
it's a big deal. So, maybe you did it of a politician or a movie star, maybe it would be more famous. But I chose to do it as someone who inspired me as a young man, as a musician. And, I'm proud of the impact it had culturally. And so,
Yeah, a lot of people saw the toilet. And has Laws ever reached out to you said, "Hey,
Lars does
that's
not
cool."
reach out to me. There was an interview with the Robert, the bass player of Metallica, who
Yeah.
said he loved it and he wanted to buy it. He didn't. I didn't reach out to him because, to end up in Robert's bathroom. That's
Yeah, and it's cool, but nobody would see it.
no one
But it's
would
cool
see
to
it.
think that
No one would
maybe
see it.
Lars would go over there and, pee in
You
there.
think Lars really goes to Robert's house? Probably not.
Probably not. He also probably doesn't go to the bathroom.
I mean,
All right.
how
Okay,
much could
cool.
Lars get per turd from Metallica fans? Has he ever looked into that?
I think probably not a lot.
Like 50
People don't
bucks?
like. I don't know, man. I
How
don't
quick
know.
would you how quick would you flood the market with Lars turds?
Pretty quickly, I think that there's probably a really low saturation point for that product. Right. So
You
let's
don't
move
think
on. That
you don't think it would be like enemy or what's that? Like Spencer's gifts or something. All right, we can move on, Dennis Paul.
Yeah, let's move on.
I trust
Let's
your
wrap. But
judgment.
let's wrap off. Let's wrap up
Do you
this
think
segment
Tom
by telling
Stevens?
me: is it gonna
Do you think Tom
Tom
Stevens
still
like
is
close?
still
Do you
watching?
think he closed it when I started talking about Lars turds?
Oh my God!
All right, go
I'm
on,
sure.
Dennis. Go on, Dennis. Go on.
Yeah, yeah, he probably did stop watching it. But I wanted to ask. So is it going to Ripley's?
I've been. Yeah, so I feel comfortable saying it's definitely going to Ripley's.
Right.
Um,
You're in the final stages of the conversation, but you're pretty sure that may be where it ends up.
yeah,
So
that's where it's gonna go. I have been in they so Ripley's inquired actually originally about the skeleton caster, the guitar made of my uncle's
yeah,
skeleton.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we were in communication about that. And I was like, I'm not really comfortable selling my uncle's corpse. And
Right.
if that was something I thought was in my uncle's wishes, perhaps I would have considered it. But really, I made the Skelecaster because my uncle Philip liked to shred, and he was a heavy
Yeah.
metal guy, and so I think he'd look down or up, depending on what you think of Uncle Philip, uh, on that as an appropriate homage to him, and the fact that um, I'm making the dead sing again with Uncle Philip Skelecaster. I think he'd be proud of that. I'm not so sure he'd be into being in Ripley's museum. So that was
Yeah.
kind of an easy decision to say no to that. But that created a relationship with the Ripley's curators that made it possible for
Mm-hmm.
the toilet conversation to begin.
That's very cool. And so we're on to that subject now. I have your guitar on screen here. You want to pull it out and show it to us? Do you have it there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's in this case. I bought this cello. This is for like a cello because it's like a human rib cage, so it won't fit in a guitar case because it's too fat.
Yeah, it's large. It's very big.
It's about the size of a cello. Sorry, man. I don't mean to be unprepared. I just didn't even think about
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm actually going to show a picture while you're taking it out. I'll show a picture of it. Do you want to while you're taking it out? You want to tell us the story of how you got your uncle's skeleton and did this? I mean,
Yeah,
there
man,
must have
it's
been
very
some legal
convoluted.
hurdles.
It's really hard to get your. It's really hard. You'd think that if you have a relative, it'd be pretty easy to get their remains, but it's not. Probably
Right.
because people murder people and stuff, and so you got to be able to keep track of people's bones and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I got it out here. Oh,
All right. And it's got a chain for it. That's
yeah,
cool.
the chain kind of busted up. I don't know where it's attached. Well, whatever. Here it is. It's fine.
Wow. And so he was in a band himself. Did he play guitar? Philip?
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah,
Philip?
yeah. Uncle Phil was a big guitar player. He was in a band called Prophecy. I mean,
Oh,
they
cool.
were like, they didn't like put out a bunch of records or tour or anything. It was kind of like his.
If anybody has any questions about the Law's toilet or the guitar, put them in the chat. I'm going to read it. I'm sorry I haven't been interacting with you guys. I'm so fascinated by Prince Midnight, and I'm dealing with a ton of technical problems tonight, which I apologize for. But I think we're doing all right anyway, Captain Midnight. So, Prince
Captain,
Midnight.
you just
So,
call me
I
Captain Midnight.
I kept wanting to call you Captain Midnight, but it's Prince Midnight, and I just think you're like Prince because you kind of remind me of Prince. All right, so tell me about your uncle's guitar, because you play guitar. Tell me about your uncle's. Did he play guitar?
Yeah, yeah, man. He played.
Oh, he was in that. In that, was it a metal band?
Yeah, yeah. So Uncle Philip, he was into some stuff that was really kind of ahead of his time. He was from Greece. He's from the Balkans, and
Yeah.
so he got involved in
Oh, you
like
froze, man.
black
Oh,
metal. Have you ever heard of that term?
oh yes, yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so he was involved in that, and read the zines and all that stuff when he lived in Europe in the early '90s, and so when that stuff was really originally coming out, when bands like um, Mayhem and Immortal and all these early black metal
Right.
bands, Uncle Philip listened to all that stuff and played it for me. And I can't lie and say that I took a deep dive into it at the time. But now
Right.
looking back, I recognize that he was really on the cusp of something that's, become kind of a phenomenon. And
Right.
yeah, so he was really kind of really influential to me. He introduced me to a lot of that stuff, and it informed me from that point on, I guess you could say, listening to underground music, because some of that stuff's not recorded in a way that, conventional music listener would think sounds great, but they kind of by recording in a basement on a 4 track and creating these really inspiring records created a kind of a whole new sound of heavy metal. So
Wow.
he was one of the early people to recognize that. So
And so, did he know that you were going to make his skeleton into a guitar after he passed
no,
away?
no, no, no. That was like 20 years after he died.
And so, how did you get your hands on his skeleton? Like that must be difficult to do.
He died in a car. He lived in the U.S. and he moved back to the Balkans, and
Right.
he died in a car accident. His it's just so it's like over there, it's like over here. You can donate your body to science. So he donated his body to science, and it went to like some university in Greece. I forget the city. And so, like, if you take an anatomy class in the U.S., you go in and dissect a body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So they do that over there, except they preserved his skeleton. And over here, when you donate your body, they like you become you they erase your identity. Over there they don't. They keep your name attached to the body.
Wow.
So his name was always attached to this skeleton. So because they have you can look this up. They're really strict about because it's orthodox. It's not Catholic or it's Orthodox
Right.
religion.
Right.
It's like with monks in the mountains doing the whole thing. And
Oh yeah.
dude, I've been with Uncle Philip to a monastery in the mountains. It's wild. It's a real
And
deal.
so, so in any case, you were so did those religious sort of that did the Orthodox practices in Greece make it difficult to get his skeleton?
No, man, I got memories of go. I went to a monastery in the mountain, like with Uncle Philip one
Yeah.
time. He's like, I want to go. He's telling me this history of this place, like, oh, there was a treaty signed here in World War I,
Yeah.
all this crap. And I'm like, okay, whatever. We're in the middle of the night in the mountains in the winter. There's like a sign on a tree that's like, oh, bears are coming out of hibernation. You could get eaten by a bear. Don't walk here at night. And I'm like, whatever, dude. We just keep
What?
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is totally irresponsible. And we get to, and then all of a sudden there's monks walking around, and I'm like,
Hold on. Did you have a dog with you?
no, no dog. But there's
Because
another
I mean,
dog.
Jesus,
There's a dog.
animals
I
eating
almost got
people.
eaten by a wild dog with Uncle Phil. For real, dude. Dennis,
Oh
I'm
my
serious.
gosh, this
So,
is insane.
so this is a monastery, and he's like, Uncle Philip was not overtly an Orthodox religious person, but man, when these monks started walking around, this dude was like giving like the sign of the cross. He became like the most religious person you ever seen. I'm like, who is this guy? And so in the Orthodoxy, in this place, they got relics from saints, and there's a line of people kissing like someone's like some saint's like nutsack or whatever. And
What?
yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's wild. So, anyways, that's a true story with Uncle Philip. What were we talking about, Uncle Philip?
I just was like, how did you end up with the skeleton? But I guess you were able to get it from the institution that
Dude, it
where
goes.
you were.
There's so many things that happened between then and there. So he died in the '90s, and I had nothing to do with the skeleton for like 25 years. So his family donated his body to science, as many people do. It got put
Right.
into a skeleton, yada yada yada. So then, fast forward to like a couple years ago, he
Right. So it was an anatomical
it
skeleton
was at that
of
point an
you.
anatomical skeleton. Like you've seen a million
Right.
anatomical skeletons, and
Yeah.
that was once a person.
I love those guys. I love those
Yeah, yeah, I
guys. They're
love them
cool.
too. Yeah, yeah. You have my permission to do whatever you want with me, Mr. Ball. So,
Okay.
so now it's become custom that they no longer use real people. That now they've decided,
Yeah, they're like acrylic or something.
yeah, they're like acrylic. So they actually do the due diligence of researching who donated this, and does their family want to take the remains. And so this I could get into a very boring conversation. I will just say that my aunt did not want to pay to have Uncle Philip buried. Google how much it costs to bury someone in a cemetery in Greece. It's like 150 grand. And so you can put them
Wow.
in like a box in a mausoleum, and even that you pay rent every year. And so they were like,
Or you can put them in a cello case and rock out.
or you can accept them, you can take
Yeah.
them and do whatever. So we decided to take them, and I went through the process with the U.S. State Department, and I repatriated Uncle Philip's remains to the United States, and that was a really long process. But eventually, I got a box with his remains, and I decided to honor Uncle Philip by making a guitar out of his corpse. And so
And so people in the comments are saying Vom Red. I don't know if that's Greek. Vom V O M
I don't know. I
R
don't
E
know
D.
Greek. I'm not from Greece.
Yeah, I got two of those. So
Bomb
in any
red.
case,
What's
so in any
bomb
case,
red? What is
yeah.
that,
So
Dennis? You trying to pull one over?
no, I don't know what that means, man. I thought maybe it was people you knew saying something in some. I don't know. I don't know, man. So okay, hold on a second
Level
here.
with me, bro. I'm leveling with you. What's bomb
I'm
red?
level with you, man. Two people said one guy has a Russian-looking name, and then a guy named Sigla Byron
I
said
love.
Vom Red in the. The guys say what you mean by that. I
You
don't know
know,
what
have you
Vom
ever
Red
gone to
means.
Russia, Dennis?
I have never been.
It's kind of
You know,
kind of gloomy, man. It's kind of gloomy over
you know what? Two places in your house, you're not in America.
there. What?
Well, on the way to the bathroom, you're Russian. Uh,
Oh,
and then when you get to the bathroom, you're European. European.
I like that.
European.
I like that.
All right. Captain Lovehandle says Google says it can cost up to 200 grand to bury somebody in Greece.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It's really crazy expensive.
and so did what is it hard to play it with the rib cage on the over the
So
Can you
this
play it for
became a
us?
bit of a drama. So I got the
Right.
skeleton, and I had this idea. Man, Uncle Philip was such a metalhead, and such a great guitar player, and so inspiring
Yeah.
me. Obviously, I still play heavy metal. And so I had this idea, man, has anyone ever made a guitar out of a dead body. And I looked, and no
Yeah.
one had ever done it. And I'm like, oh man, Uncle Philip would love this idea. It'd be like if I was like, yo, Dennis, when you die, I'm gonna play tennis with you, right? And
Right.
so uh yeah, so I started making this guitar, and it didn't stay in tune because the spine had like a metal bar in it, but it was like too bendy to stay in tune. And
Ooh, yeah, right.
I have this buddy who worked at a like a famous. I don't want to get him in trouble. I caused this dude a bunch of drama because I don't want to get him in trouble. He worked at a
Yo, you
pretty,
don't have to tell me.
yeah, he worked at a famous guitar wood shop, like one or two people,
Oh,
like
okay.
a world famous guitar wood
Nice.
shop. And I asked him to help me, and he was giving me some advice. And then he kind of had like a moral objection to the thing. And I don't judge him. I was kind of surprised, but I don't judge him. And he didn't want to do it, but he gave me some advice, and I went forward on my own. And so there are some parts to the skeleton. I'd add like a steel bar, because you have to
Right.
have a consistent.
Can you show it to us?
Yeah,
Pick it up and
man.
show
Yeah,
us
yeah,
the
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
show us the yeah, because you can't have it be bending around that much because
Can't
it'll go
bend.
completely out of it can't bend at all because it'll go out of tune.
Yeah, man. So I attached the
The
this is the
yeah
volume.
the
This is the volume knob for
yep
the
yeah the
pickups.
warmth or
There's
whatever
two
yeah
pickups, and then I attached this here. You got one pickup. It's a bridge pickup, and I got this pickup. Everyone's always like, "Oh man, you use single coil pickups." Like, dude, who cares? Shut up. Get out of here. I hate anyone who's like says a certain setup has to sound a certain way. That's the kind of thinking. That's the kind of conventional thinking that makes boring music. So,
what does it sound like?
anyone
Is it
who's
it's like a drone kind of a vibe, right?
anyone who's saying right now you shouldn't use single coil pickups, you're a loser. Anyways, you never made a cool guitar, so go back on your mom's boob, you little.
Why do people give you a hard time for using single coil
Yeah,
pickups all the
yeah, they
time?
give me a hard time. I'm like, dude,
Why do they sound crappy? Captain Love Handles,
no,
does single coil
no,
pickups
no,
sound
no, they
bad?
don't sound crappy.
Why do they say that?
I don't know, man. People want me to put like humbucker pickups on and all this jazz. I'm like,
And that's like basically you have two of those little black things there, and they both
yeah,
are
they
pickups,
pick up
right?
the sound of the
One's on
vibration.
an angle and one of them straight, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Usually
they
on a
pick up the
guitar.
vibration of the strings. And
Right.
so my buddy, he actually coils these wires on these. He does the whole freaking thing. But I always tell people, man, the coolest music is not made by someone fine tuning and create and like cultivating this very fine tuned sound. It's by people who just use what they have.
Yeah, you should check out Paper Bag Man. He's in the chat and he
Yeah,
makes
paper
videos
bag
and
man,
music.
I love you. I'm into paper
He's
bag.
good. He says that he uses single coil. Captain Love Handle says single f- f- coil of fine, and then another guy is like putting some kind of a thing in here. I'm
I'll
gonna
like
have to like
smash that guy's head in if he says to put him.
no. Everybody is all right. Here, hold on a second. I'm hiding a guy.
No, no, I
Um,
don't really
no,
care.
no, it's a guy posting spam. Don't worry about it. No, people in the chat approve of your use. I mean, we have some pretty loose musical people in
I
this
get
group.
it. I get it. I have so to say humbucker pickups. I got a so just to give a perspective.
No, no,
So
yeah, we
this
see,
is
yeah, true.
I got a 1978 Ernie Ball Stingray bass. This is my
Ooh,
bass.
nice,
So
nice.
that's got humbucker pickups, and I play that every single day. So I get it. It's a different sound, but
Let's. Can you
so
plug
if
that in and play it
so
for us?
so let me tell you a little something.
Okay, tell
So
me.
this is made out of Stratocaster parts. So
Oh,
humbucker and like humbucker caster or Skelecaster. Like it makes more sense with a Stratocaster for Skelecaster than a humbucker caster. You know, what would I use
right.
with a humbucker? Doesn't really have a ring, that same ring to it.
Right.
Sorry, we got into too much nuance here. Where are we going now, Dennis Ball? We can take it.
No, it's cool, man. I want to hear it. Can we hear it before we go back start reacting to stuff?
Man, I'd have to like
Oh,
fire
okay,
up
don't worry
the
about it.
virus.
There is a video. There is a video of you playing it online, and we'll put it. I'll put a link to it in the description. I don't
Yeah,
have
it
it yet, but
plays. It
I
plays.
know there's one. I know
So
there's one. There's a song you wrote for it, right? That is
so it plays.
specifically
So
for that
this I wired all this
instrument.
crap. So you know when you're in school and they got a model and the veins are all, you got
It
veins.
does look like veins and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, so I bought copper wire that was all red and blue to kind of give the effect of
veins.
veins. I thought that was a interesting nuance, and so I had to kind of. It didn't work at first. I had to kind of figure it out. I'd send pictures to my buddy Mark. He plays bass in my band, so we're cool.
It must be. All right, here are my two questions.
Tertiary.
One, is it hard to play like putting your hand inside the ribs, or is it you
When
just get
I
used to
first
it?
got it, it had a metal bar to keep because this is like paper mache right here, or something.
Right, right.
So there's a metal bar to keep the structure of this intact, and I had to take that away. So you can strum in there. I think I got a pick right here. I don't know.
That's challenging because it's like you have to maintain the integrity of the of the material of Uncle Philip, and then you also have to make it work.
It
You
works.
know?
It's actually less difficult than you think.
Yeah.
Because up
No, I
here,
know.
so you got your 12th fret is at here. So there's only 12 notes. And so you have the capability of playing chords pretty much all over the place. And then your strumming has to be within Uncle Philip. And,
Yeah.
there's something romantic about that.
You're
Like,
strumming his heartstrings in a
yeah,
sense.
you really, that's exactly kind of what I was getting at. So,
And and before we go back to react, I have to ask you: is your family cool with this, or do people get mad about it? I have to ask
I
you.
mean, most of the people who know Uncle Philip are dead. So, I mean,
Right, right.
so
Yeah. So
my
yeah, there's not a
American
lot of there's not a lot of people around to complain about it.
yeah, my American family who would disagree with it, I don't even care. Whatever they can.
Right, right. Yeah, I know. I feel that way about my uncle Rodney Ball. He's a jerk. Backup accounts time. Who's that? Backup accounts. It's me, GCM. Handicap Parking Patrol. I don't know who that man.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the Skelecaster, yeah, man. So
Yeah, that's cool. All
yeah,
right,
other
let's
than that, what
any
else do I got? I got other crap. Hold on.
hold on. I got some stuff for us to read. You got something else to show? Go second channel. It's me, GCM.
Yeah, man. You
Oh,
know
okay.
that
What's up? Oh, go. Hey, what's up? It's Georgia Constitution video. Okay, okay, okay. Cool. Thanks. All right, let's go look at these videos, man, in the reaction room.
little
Okay.
shells do it.
All right. Now here we are, guys. We are doing some reactions here, everybody, ballers, to some videos, which is like people trying to do stuff. It's like it was called there was an attempt made on Reddit, right? It's there's an attempt made. So you can see here. Um, all right, here I'm gonna actually put you behind the thing, man, so that you can sort of
Man, I
see
bet
the
that would be
items
pretty
better.
badass to drive a truck and crash it into a bridge like that. Imagine that, the feeling of that.
Yeah, I know. There's actually a bridge called the 10-foot 8 bridge, I think, or the 11-foot 8 bridge, and it's like 4 inches shorter than most bridges like that, and people run into it all the time. And this guy has a YouTube channel where he has a camera pointed at the bridge, and he posts videos of it. Um, there's a million warnings as you drive up to the bridge. And it's very good. I'm glad you like this part. But in any case, yeah, I highly recommend it. It's like the 11-foot 8 bridge. Okay, let's go back to
This one has a little bit extra because of the message on the semi-truck.
Yeah, yes, yeah, it really does. On the road to success, there's no shortcuts.
That's that's
All right, hold
that
on. I'm
really
gonna make you a
hampers
little
it home.
bigger. I'm making people's chat bigger. Oh, you've done it in 1995, Olive Road, Augusta, Georgia. It cost you $500 for insurance. You really did that, man? You drove into the top of a bridge? That's nuts, Georgia Constitution Media. All right, here we go. Let's react. This one's good, all right? This is an Olympics one.
You want to see
Ready?
something badass, Dennis?
Yes, I do. What is it? Show me. Oh, it's a garbage pail kid.
Not just a garbage pail kid.
It said it is oh, Nasty Nick. And is he playing a guitar of a skeleton or something? I can't see it so well. He's like a Dracula, right? Vampire?
That's Garbage Pail Kids 1A, Dennis.
1A. Ho.
That's the
Oh.
first Garbage Pail Kid ever made.
Oh my gosh, you guys. That's great. Well, put it back in the plastic sleeve before you spill your spaghettios on it, man. All right, let's react to some stuff. We're coming up on the hour. I don't
I'm
mind
not a
going
joker,
over.
man. I'm dealing with hard, big time stuff over here.
No, that's cool. I appreciate that. I'm a collector of that sort of stuff too. All right, here's one. This is one from the Olympics. That is as good. I mean, you
Oh.
got to admire his commitment.
That guy got executed the next day for sure.
Handicap Pocket Patrol, can you find the article about you slamming into the bridge and put the link in the comments to this video so we can watch it?
Do you think
Thank
the guy was executed or just put in prison?
You know what? In the comments, everybody was like, okay, that guy disappeared. I mean, because, I mean, really.
He was
Wow.
sold as like raccoon meat in a market the next day.
Oh, my gosh. I hope not, because he really committed to it. All right, here's another one. This is a good one. You like dogs. Oh, he likes the hula hoop. Ready?
What does he do?
What's it doing too? All right, just a cute dog video, but I had to put a couple of dogs in here. I didn't realize you were a
You're
dog
just
guy. So I'm glad I
pandering
did.
to dog videos, Dennis.
Oh, what I mean, come on, man, you
That's
gotta pander.
that's like a low level dog video.
Okay, I'm not making guitars out of them though.
I'll make a guitar out of a dog.
All right, let's look at the next pandering dog video. I've got another one. Ready? This is a good one. Hold on. Do 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 boink. Do, 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 do. There was an attempt to carry a long stick. This one was called.
Part
I
of
should be
me
saying
feels
that.
bad for that dog because he probably hurt his tooth.
Oh, he's okay. Look at that little wiggle.
What if he dies?
Boom.
The next scene is he dies.
I mean, actually, the hardest part about it is that he's doing it over and over and over again.
I like a good laugh, Dennis, but I don't like anyone to get hurt. I feel.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Then you might not like this one. This is where this demonstrated skills.
Oh shit.
No!
Fine,
You have the guy with
I'm fine with the fail. For some reason, Dennis, you probably think that I like to watch people get hurt, but for some reason that's
no. I don't like. I just thought it was funny.
That was a funny one. I was worried it was gonna be like she was like decapitated or something.
No, nobody. I wouldn't put that on there.
Don't put that. This is a family show, Dennis.
No, it is a family show, but I just thought it was funny, particularly the part. I'm not gonna show it again because you don't like it. But when the guy screams no when the motorcycle goes away, it's pretty funny.
I'm scared of motorcycles. I'm scared of motorcycles.
Yeah, they are. Okay, I think you'll like this one. There was an attempt to destroy the ceiling. This is called.
I don't know. It's Jesus. Oh no.
I love how he's like, yeah, you're shooting video of me. And then, uh-oh. Oh, no.
That is not in the Bible.
That was not in the script.
That was
Nope.
not in the Bible.
That's pretty good. I thought that was pretty good. All right, this one you'll like. Actually, it kind of harkens back to the flag guy. She's trying to do a fancy flip like it's gonna be in slow motion. You don't like it. You don't like any of these Prince Midnight.
That's
You
okay.
can.
There's just something in me that I don't usually, for some reason, I don't really usually laugh at people for some reason.
Okay, well I'm gonna laugh at them. I like them
Because I
sometimes.
mean, I guess I kind of have there's a part of me that's like, she really wanted to do something that looks cool, and she didn't, and so
Yeah, but I mean, she did something that was actually really hilarious, and she probably put it online anyway because it was so
she probably did. You're right, but
You know?
there's a part of
It's
my
pretty
heart that's
funny.
like,
Man, I love that you're so sensitive about people's feelings.
I'd make a guitar out of her, but I don't want to laugh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the girl in the lake. That's right, Michael Andrews. Okay, hold on a second.
Who's that kid
Here's
bouncing
one.
around in the back? That's a big pool.
Hold on. Oh, wrong one.
There's
Oh
like a
yeah, it
kid
is a
jump.
big
There's
pool.
that kid
Yeah.
jumping around. So you
Yeah.
can't feel that bad for her because the size of this pool is
She's having a great day.
it's enormous. Let's just be honest, and it's not like a resort. That's someone's private pool that's the size of a lake. So I
Whiskey
guess in
throttle. All
retrospect,
right.
I don't feel that bad.
That's right, risky throttle. All right, on the motorcycle lady. All right, here's one. I don't know if you're gonna like this one or not. Now that you now I'm second guessing them all, but I'm gonna show them to you anyway. This one is like there was an attempt to rob a store. He's gonna try and rob.
Oh,
the
I like
store.
these people that do this. I like this. I like robbery fails. Oh crap!
The broom.
Oh, I
The
love
broom
that.
comes out to get him.
He should have gotten it a little worse than that. I like the one.
But
There's like a video where like some little old lady's behind like the register, and she brings out an axe and starts chopping the guy in the head. Like I like.
oh my gosh, that's pretty intense. That was pretty good. I like that
I like
that the
that.
broom comes out of nowhere. All right, there's a kind of fun. This one has sound, so brace yourselves.
I'm very emotional, Dennis, so it's got to speak to my heart. So
Oh my god, you are
it's
so
like this
freaking
little guy.
cute.
Let him out. He clearly had
Here,
a.
watch him.
You're so
Watch.
cute. Okay.
Okay.
Let's
He
help him out.
he's just trying to be good,
Ready?
You're just a tennis ball, bro. Some people just throw you away. Should be
There you go.
have a little respect for him. Oh, are they gonna let him out? Yeah, let this poor dude out. Does he attack him? Don't attack him.
Yeah. And then it's like she shuts it
Oh
off.
my god,
right?
you are so freaking cute.
Check out the change in tone.
You're so cute.
I mean,
Let's help you out.
He looks okay.
Ready?
He's lucid,
There you
he's not
go.
rabid or anything.
I had a possum in my
There you
garden
go.
which came this exact same style. Same thing. I dumped him out.
He's like, wow. Jump scare coming up.
I
Oh my
love.
God,
Look
you
at
are
the
so
raccoon.
freaking
Raccoon is.
cute.
It kind of looks like a Yorkie.
You're
Is
so
that a Yorkshire
cute.
Terrier?
Let's help you out.
It's cute. She's right. He's cute. Let's watch it one more time, and then
Ready?
we're gonna go back to
There you
Georgia.
go.
My brother-in-law lives in Japan, and they
There you
have
go.
these like raccoons over there. Everyone has like a statue of them on their doorstep.
Oh shit.
What are they called? Like tanukis or something?
Oh yeah, there's actually a whole thing around those Japanese like raccoon.
Yeah, they
spirits.
got
It
big
was a-
nuts too.
Yeah, it was a Pompoko, like that Ghibli film. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's not a joke, man. You go to Japan, people got those
Yeah.
things everywhere. They're like the garden gnome over there. Everyone's got a
All right.
raccoon with a big nut sack on their front porch over there.
Speaking of having big nuts, let's watch this. Can you believe they're dancing on that thing? What do you think's gonna happen?
Oh, fall, right? Oh, oh, she's fine. She's good. She's good. Whenever you see someone,
I know. Luckily, the horse got stopped. And it got hurt. That was my main thing that I care about,
Whenever I see
You
someone
know?
folded over like that, I'm like, please get up.
Oh, I
You know,
know.
because you're
They
like,
got up.
because you're
If
like,
she did not,
I want to see the documentary that follows the person in the viral video that gets folded over in one of those videos
man.
and then has to live a life as like a paraplegic. Like, I feel like there
Oh
should
my
be
gosh.
a documentary of the rest of their life.
I would definitely not be putting that video in this program.
You should
even.
juxtapose a document.
What's up,
Here,
Jeff?
I'm giving you an idea, Dennis Ball. Do a video that juxtaposes the internet reaction to a video with the real life repercussions of the situation.
Man.
That could be like a Netflix series. Like take a video
Yeah.
of everyone in the world.
I don't know if it's a Dennis Ball production, but I get where you're coming from.
I feel like it should be, Dennis. You want, I'm giving you gems here. Take a video
You are,
like
man.
that and follow the person who was injured in their story, but always
Okay. Here's the
consistently going back to the repercussions of the story. So you
okay.
have
That's a perfect lead into the final reaction or the second to last reaction video, which actually is the story of a hero that you'll know and you'll see who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Spider-Man. You guys ready?
I like Spider.
Spider-Man. Boom. He shouldn't have wore Crocs. That was his big mistake.
I got a
Not wearing
confession to make, Dennis. I have a pair of
Well,
Crocs.
I have some on my feet right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have feet. I don't have feet. Sorry. Illusion broken. Crocs are cool. I just say when you're Spider-Man, you might not want to.
I feel like Crocs are actually not cool, but you get to a certain point in life and you're like,
you don't care.
oh, I could put on tennis shoes and tie these shoes, or I could slip on Crocs and go outside. So
What's up, Jeff Schramm? How's it going, man? Michael Andrews. Yeah, it's worth it. All right, hold on. I have one more, man, which is like it's another like another one that you might not like, but I'm gonna show it anyway.
no, man,
You
I'm
ready?
cool with all of them. I'm just giving you my honest reaction.
No,
There's
I hear you. It's okay.
sometimes when people get like crushed or die or whatever, I can like chuckle at, but sometimes I gotta be honest with you. It tugs at my heartstrings. So I'm just trying to give you my honest.
No, I hear you. I appreciate it.
Like if
Handy,
someone's like,
we're here to discuss these. That's
if
what it's for.
if
We're reacting
someone's
to
like
it. You're
robbing
reacting to it honestly.
if someone's like robbing an old lady and she hacks them with a
Yes.
machete, I'm like,
Boom.
okay, I
You're
love
there for
that.
it.
I love it. I'm there for it. But like, for instance, I used to watch what's that comedian who has like viral videos? Tosh Point Up. So I used to watch that. And then he had an episode where a little kid got hit by a car.
Oh my God. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I actually watched that show for a while, and then I was like, you know what, this guy's too mean for me.
Yeah, he hit a little girl got hit
not
by a
nice.
car, and I was like, he was making fun of it for like 30 seconds, and the joke was like, oh, I can make fun of anything, but I'm like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like you kind of lost me at that point.
Yeah,
so.
you can, but is that really what you want to be making fun of? Because you can make fun of something else. That's so. In any case, thanks, Handicap Pocket Patrol. I didn't know that Carpetbagger was how you found me. All right, I have one more video for us to react to. This is the final one, everybody. This has been an amazing episode. I thank you so much for coming on, man. All right, here we go. It's a gender reveal. An attempt to have a gender reveal.
It's a boy!
These always go wrong, right?
It's a boy!
Oh my gosh. Talk about that.
He just hit her with his motorcycle.
Literally hit his wife.
It's a boy!
Luckily she's okay, but man.
If there's a gender
was
reveal, if there's a gender reveal that does not end with an enormous forest fire that burns like 1,000 acres,
I mean, seriously.
it's not good enough for me.
Yeah, they really have to. I thought you were gonna say you didn't like that, but I guess you like
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. She didn't get hurt. I just appreciate. So if I was a baby about to be born, I would like my gender reveal to burn like a good portion of like, a national forest rather than just like
What?
run into my mom for a second. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put a laugh track on that and assume that you're being funny, and we are gonna head. I gotta say, man, thanks so much for being on the show. It has been a real pleasure to talk to you and have you on the program.
Yeah, I gotta go back. I was watching that some show, so I gotta go back and watch
All right, cool, man. Well, hey, thanks for joining me, and we're gonna switch over to the stream is ending. If you got any other stuff you want me to put in the description, man, send it my way. But I put links to your plumbing supply company and your other Instagram in there, so we also have a band, so people should check
Yeah,
out your
man,
stuff.
check out Prince Midnight and the Searing Torment. If anyone, if you want to listen to some kind of avant-garde heavy metal stuff, I play. This is my vibraphone right here.
Yep.
It's the only vibraphone-based heavy metal record ever written,
Oh, that's
recorded, and
cool.
released. And most vibraphone is in like 50s jazz music. So I don't
I
know.
love vibraphones.
Probably get sick
Uh,
to listen to the 10 billion heavy metal records that sound the freaking same. Well, guess what?
yeah.
There's one that has vibraphone on it. In the history
Boom.
of heavy metal. So there you go. Prince Midnight and the Searing Torment. And this year we should have a new LP out. I added a guitar player, full band. So yeah, if you're into I guess avant-garde, different kind of take on music, check out that. So.
All right, cool, man. Hey, thanks everybody for coming out, and have a great weekend. And a one, and a two.
1, 2, 3. Dennis Ball, Dennis Ball. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world is just a joke. And things don't seem so bad. Your multi-personality is worth more than your pedigree. You're rolling with the punches like a champ. With all your skills, you're sure when you like the room when you walk in.
That's just a lamp.
Dennis Ball, Dennis Ball. You make me laugh. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world's just a joke. And things don't seem so bad.
Horse of Kingdom Ramblers, Bambi, Ricky, Jazz,